Hello guys, welcome back to another video. If you could subscribe, that'd be awesome. Anyways, let's get to it. And today we're starting off this video with another bang of a time lapse, just doing two houses real quick. And while I do these houses, I do have a question for you guys about my world here. So, I have been working on this city for about 2,000 Minecraft days. Of course, at first it was super slow because I didn't get into a rhythm of doing things, but of course it's going by a little bit faster now. And I want to be working on bigger and larger projects, and unfortunately my current situation at my castle is starting to show its flaws and whatnot. And I was thinking, what if I created a huge castle build or modern city to kind of get away from the medieval builds, expand a little bit on a mushroom island. So there's a crescent mushroom island in my world that I kind of want to go out to and make a build there one day. And I was thinking, since this is the City of Hearts, I'm gonna have a City of Spades, Clubs, and Diamonds. We could have this place called the House, kind of like a card game. And the house would be my main base of operations, where I have an even bigger storage system than the one I currently have, and stuff like that. But this is, of course, an idea. If you guys want me to still live in this, city right here, that's fine too. But I was just throwing up an idea, something I can possibly do. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the time-lapse video. We got one more house to build. Alrighty, we have finished up the houses here. So let's just go take a little bit of a tour. I did add some, little extra details outside. So first we're gonna start with the second house I built, which is the Hill. Oh my gosh. Ooh, okay. The Hill du Font Estate. Where did I hear that name before? I don't know. I just looked it up and I came up with no search results, but this is the name of this estate here. I I used endstone bricks and some sandstone for the roofing patterns there, but let's just go take a nice little look inside. And inside we have a good amount of details in here. I kind of went above and beyond, put like little dining area here, got like a little cooking area and study and whatnot. And then unfortunately I had to use ladders to come up here, but I missed the ladder. Whoops a daisy. Come on, get up. That. Oops. Anyways, I put this little coral thing here, and I like how that turned out. But we got bedroom number one. It's like a kid's bedroom, and then the adult bedroom over here. Just with some small little details. Got a little mushroom in the pot, and then a little balcony over here, which I think I'm just gonna hide the light behind this right here. Anyways, so we got this up here, and now we got the inn. So this is Workshire Inn, and I'm just realizing how like English the names are of the things here. Anyways, so this is the inn right here. This is the first level where people kind of, come down. A couple little studies over here. Yeah, little kitchen area where people make stuff and whatnot. And why is there a missing? Okay, I forgot to. And why is that missing too? Ow. It never really does fail though, I always manage to miss something in here. Okay, and then coming upstairs here, we have the different rooms. There's nothing much in here, just, a chest and a bed with a lantern and a bookshelf. Nothing too crazy, it's just a little inn. And we have, a worm thing pointing the rooms. Something I didn't show in the time lapse though is I came back around and I placed in a little storage area right down here with some books. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing really too fancy. Anyways, we are on to the next task at hand. But before we get started over here, I do have something I want to show off a little bit. So if we're coming over here, we can kind of like look at the lights and stuff like that. Coolio, but it looks a little different. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but it looks smoother. It looks more of like a warm tone. That's because I downloaded a mod, options, resource packs, Delight Map. So, oh, sorry about that. With Delight Map, I'm able to have like shader-esque lighting without, totally killing my graphics card. My birch trees broke from Stay True, so I need to figure that out. Yeah, I just messed around with all the settings real quick and it's still not working. So without further ado, let's get into this. Ooh. Alrighty. As I am recording this video right here, I've actually completely finished everything in this video, and this took absolute ages to make, and I am so sorry for that. I was trying to upload once every like 2 weeks, but unfortunately college just kind of kicks you on the butt, and I mean, it made me super behind on everything, and well, it also didn't help that this video also took like 200 Minecraft days to make too, so it was just kind of a toss up here. But I really don't remember what I was talking about at the end of this clip, but this is just two regular houses here. There's nothing special inside of them. I just like how they turned out and whatnot. I do go in off camera and do a bunch of what you would call it, detailing on the inside because the detailing needed to be done. But I don't really have much to talk about for these, so I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this time lapse here in absolute peace and quiet because I know my voice can get annoying sometimes. Alrighty, so we kind of sort of finished up the little time lapse we got going, and I did upgrade the version of the game, but what we got over here, I forgot about that right there. Well, I'll go and add that in, but anyways, there's supposed to be some trees right here. I went ahead, just did some outside decorations to make it feel more alive, put another carriage. I actually took one of the skeleton horses I got, like, within, like, the first 1,000 days, just put them over there. And yeah, so, just gonna kind of come to the houses real quick. As you can see, they are very much fully decorated and whatnot. Um, Everything in here has just been decorated. The houses are pretty similar. There's nothing super duper fancy about them. The fanciest one is probably this one right here. I forgot. Door. No, I didn't. Okay, good. This one's like a whole, like a little bit of a library and whatnot. So, I don't know. I really like this one. I like how it came out. Just nice, cool. Bunch of study area, bunch of light. And just gonna have to come out over here so you guys can see. All decorated. And I promise, they are all decorated on the interior. I want to put in a little bit of like a castle keep, but I want it to be one of the other cities' embassy for here. So, like that one is going to be the spades style. I'm going to make this one in the style that, I'm going to make either what was going to be the Dwarven City, which I'm not sure I'm going to make anymore, or the, I keep having a brain fart. I don't know. I'm just gonna build something here, and we're gonna have a sick and cool, transition. Sick, cool transition. Go. Oh my gosh! Look at that. Okay, so I have built a very similar build. I just changed out the roof and the pattern there. So coming in, I didn't really do the floor in here too much, but it is technically fully decorated in the inside here. We have all this cool stuff, and then this is like the farmhands place where they rest and whatnot. So over here I have like a whole nice little bedding area, and then in coming up to the top here, I also decided to make this my bee farm too. So I have a bee farm that I legitimately just built up in here. Um, Nothing too crazy. I haven't actually placed the bees in yet, which reminds me I should probably do that right now. Look at that. We are in the clear. As you can see, I kind of just have a drop off over here. This is where the city ends, so I'm going to make a automatic pumpkin and melon farm right over in this area right here. And then over here, I'm going to have a bunch, not a bunch, just like 4 towers, and it would be like a little bit of a gatehouse. Now, I want to kind of give a vision for my plan real quick. So if you notice, I have, farmlands here started and whatnot. And I want the farmlands to kind of, spread out. We're going to have, a natural path coming through, coming up to here. But I want a bigger wall, probably starting around here, and then trailing all around right here to this point over here. And then inside is going to be just all the farms and whatnot that I want to have. Because, I mean, a city needs food. So to me, that just makes the absolute most sense. And I'll probably replace this right here with a different type of farm, just because I'm going to have a pumpkin and melon farm that's automatic, so I won't really need that or really care about it too much. But that's neither here nor there right now. Let me get a time lapse here started up and going because, yeah, that's what we're on to now. Alrighty guys, for some weird reason this time lapse just bugged out. I don't know why, but if you could tell, I did in fact create the pumpkin and melon farm ahead of time. I would go back and get the replay recordings, but unfortunately my fabric loader somehow deleted, and then all my videos got corrupted, and then I was like, well, I'm stuck with what I got. Luckily, I'd already exported this, but unfortunately it exported in that weird way. But regardless, Pumpkin and Melon Farm is being built here. This is going to be a huge help overall for just everything I need. Now, if you do notice, I don't put the roofs in because I didn't collect all the roof blocks I needed like a dumbass, but hey, it happens. It is what it is, and now we're on to the gatehouse here. Same thing with the gatehouse, forgot the roofs, but it's going to be prismarine and warped wood like the cathedral you can see in the distance. So really, that's it here. I don't really have anything more to yap about, so I'm going to be quiet now. I actually do have something to say real quick. Two things actually. One, I actually decided to put in another house right here. I decided on a design. And two, this house is going to be interrupted by me trying to gather up some heads of mobs. So enjoy that. Heads and whatnot as I have these thunderstorms kind of come through. So I believe if I... Okay, let's try this again real quick. Maybe with the creeper on land. Uh-oh. 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 So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of, do this as I... yeah. And of course, as you guys know, I kind of went through and just got all the heads I needed, or that at least I could. Pretty simple about that, nothing special. But this house is called the Maiden House. It is the last house of this little dock city here. I'm not super duper proud of the build. I feel like it could have come out better, but honestly, it's nice, it's quaint. I didn't have much space to work with, so I legit did what I could. And I had a little bit of an idea with an farm area there, but we'll definitely see how that will turn out in the future because I don't have anything there yet. Anyways, on to a couple more Yap sessions. Alrighty guys, so we are done with the... Oh, give me a sec. So we are done with the house here. My mic is in a weird position, I'm sorry if it's a little bit weird. But, I want to kind of do something different to these houses. So if you notice, I kind of wanted all these houses to be a little bit more unique than the houses over here. Each one of these houses was in a different design, and that's not exactly bad. I like that. That was the goal of this place over here. Every single house had a different style to it, using different block palettes, different shapes, etc, etc, etc. And overall, it gave me a good idea of how far I can stretch my building capabilities and whatnot. But there is something I want to make different to these houses over here, because I was using pretty much all the same blocks except for the candles, and I just want something to make it a little bit different. So we do have a new block in the game, that being the shelf. So I got some shelves here, and then what I'm going to do with this is, well, first I need to come back here and I need to place some right here because I had some on the back here. But you see, it's kind of like a cool little crenellation design. And I just want to see if this looks decent. Just putting it on the corners like so. So we're just going to quickly try and place some right... Oop. If I can actually get to it. Place some around right here. And to be honest, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's like subtle enough that you can't really notice it because it blends in, but when you come up close, you notice that like that little difference. So I definitely think that that is something I'm gonna be keeping in. So under normal circumstances, I would probably just say end episode here and call it a day, but let me show you guys around and then tell you why I'm not ending it right away. So really quickly, I went around and I added all the like little crenellations and stuff like that. I was going to use oak ones on the oak logs, but it just didn't really look right. But as you guys can tell, if I come over here, this is the maiden residence, and I fully did an interior in here. Nothing too fancy, just something nice and cool. Nice and chill. Anyways, so I also did come over here. I decided to place a little spruce tree right here with a little oak tree over here. And then I added like a dining area with a campsite, and I did in fact come over here and I placed in some of this stuff over here, just a couple trees, a big oak tree, little birch one, and two little spruce ones here. And that's it for right there. Now, the reason why I said I'm not going to end the episode here is, in coming over here, you see, it was just super bare. And I was like, you know what? I have to come here and I have to place a build in. So yes, you guys are getting a spoiler of what the build looks like. Whoop-de-doo, it is legitimately nothing special. It is just like a single house. I don't even have any of the interior planned. I have to do that myself. But it's just a nice little quaint house I got to build here. And then that will be the end of the episode. Oh, I forgot some birch leaves. I'm gonna place some extra. But that is that. Oh, real quick. I forgot I wanted to add like a bush over here. I think right here will be good. Just as like a hidden light source, you know? Don't like that too much. Oh, no, that was good. Come on, get out of my way of grass. Here we go. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Alright, will I do a time lapse? Will I not do a time lapse? Who knows? I don't really have much time, so let's get this done. Alrighty, so I may or may not have accidentally done something. I just went ahead and built the whole thing. I... Last night, I was just like super tired, and I was like, I don't feel like recording a thing. So I kind of just went through and was like, you know what? Oh, I forgot to put in the patio here. Son of a... Alright, there we go. We got the little patio here in place. So just coming through in here, we have a little floor right here. Coming up, we have the... You know what? Let me put some extra details in here real quick. Alright, that's a little better. Just had to put some plates and cups on top of the table here. But this interior is nothing too fancy. I did make like a little bit of a bunk bed over here, but it's nothing crazy. Just enough. And I definitely do think that that's going to mark the end of the episode. So, if you guys enjoyed, as always, please smash a like, subscribe, etc, etc, etc. All that goofy, regular YouTuber shit. Yeah, so there is a few places that still need some touching up around the world, and I'm probably going around and showing you guys that right now. These areas here just need some overall touch-up, and small details, oop, I almost burped there, scattered throughout the world. Now, that will be for next episode, which I'll be taking all the way up to day 1999, before the 2000 day epic episode. Oh, my keyboard just disconnected. And I will catch you guys in the next one. My keyboard is definitely just disconnected now.